Hi, everybody.
Ah,
Dana has been so excited
oh my
to
gosh.
see you all.
I just burned off all the energy I'd left.
Yeah. Thanks for
Just
not
kidding.
saving any for the show.
It's okay. I have caffeine.
The great equalizer. Um, Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We will be watching the first half of Poirot, Lord Edgware Dies. So if you have not already done so, go ahead and queue up your copy of the episode. And if you need a copy, I should say, there's a link in the video description that you can download the same version that Dana and I are going to watch from the Internet Archive. If you haven't done that already, go ahead and do that now. It's sometimes the Internet Archive can be kind of a slow download, so you might want to just go ahead and get that started if you haven't already. And we will do our customary start of the show jibber jabber, and then we'll watch the first half of Lord Edgware Dies. So, other than being tired, how are you, Dana?
I don't know. There's more to life than being tired?
Yes, I know you may be skeptical of that, but yes, there is more to life than being tired.
um, well, I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to
Well,
watching
good.
the episode with everybody and hanging out and all that kind of thing. And I will say, teaching Gatsby is going pretty well, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
Um, People seem to be able the chapter 4 stuff. I sort of segmented it, and people were able, when I can't figure out what's going on. There's so much that they don't know. The bit about Gatsby getting pulled over, I'm like, okay, so the question asks, how does the officer respond to Gatsby and why?
Right.
And they'll read the sentence to me about, the officer pulls his hat over or pulls him over, tips his hat, and says, I'll know you next time, Mr. Gatsby. Excuse me.
Right.
Say, all right. And so they think that the officer is speaking to him disrespectfully.
Really?
Well, think about it.
Because they think the cop he's being sarcastic or something, or
Bingo. If they bump into somebody and they say, excuse me, they mean, somebody's going to tell them they're being, excuse me, like, especially with the emphasis on me, the implication is you should have said, excuse me.
oh, sure, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and
yeah.
it's just because, of course, that's what people do to them. They're teenagers. People accuse them of being disrespectful pretty much no matter what they say. Usually because pretty much no matter what they say, they're being disrespectful
They're
because
being
they're
disrespectful.
teenagers.
They're teenagers. Yeah, sure.
Um, um, well, it's hard to say because, like, we don't even technically, I don't think we know why he got pulled over. Like, it's not.
Oh, it's probably that he was speeding because
It's probably that he was, but I don't think it's noted in the narration that they're going like exceptionally fast or anything. So
I think it is. I think it is. I think Nick describes that they're going pretty fast.
I know that there are some times when that happens, but I think it's later. We've just read chapter 7, remember?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and by the way, Azalea, yes, I figured out how to turn those off, the chat rankings. So yeah. um,
Yeah.
Listen, are you actually reading this, or are you just skimming it? Are you reading it word by word, or are you just kind of skimming it to get the gist of it?
I don't have it here with me, but I swear to God, it said it was cream colored, blah, blah, blah in the first.
Okay. He was speeding and high on cocaine, says Mr. I love the answer. I mean, now that we would have to infer. That is not mentioned in the text, whether or not Gatsby is coked up. He may well be.
I mean, seriously, but I think Nick wouldn't have commented on it because, who cares? It's not a
Well,
big
because
deal back in the
and Nick, yeah,
20s.
yeah, it's the 20s. Nick would have been coked up too. I mean, it's what you do,
Um,
especially as a stockbroker. I mean, Nick's probably
but
coked up
yeah,
on a
that
daily
and
basis.
so having okay, but they so not being able to realize that excuse me was meant sincerely, and and that the policeman was being respectful. Also, I said, okay, he tipped his hat. What did he do? Well, he tipped his hat. Okay, what does that mean? I don't know. Multiple students did not know what it meant to tip for someone
Because
to tip their hat.
because people don't.
Don't wear hats.
Well, I mean, I guess people do, but it's not as common as it was back in the
Yeah.
day. I mean, yeah.
And I said, okay, where's the hat? Well, on his head. Okay, so or cap, excuse me. If he tipped his hat, what did he do? He raised it to him. I'm like, okay, what does that show? Respect. Okay, thank God. I'm like, they recognize that. They recognize that. So I was able to lead them through it bit by bit. And they were so okay, so he's being respectful. And it's because he got the card from the commissioner. They do not know what a commissioner is. So I had to just flat out, had to explain to them. They understand the police chief. They do not understand the police commissioner is the boss of the police chiefs. So once they got that, they're like, okay, they got it. But like, that's like 2 sentences. And I had to do all this work just to get the just for that. Holy moly. It's so much work. But I will say, for all I find the language overblown and pretentious. The plot is pretty strong. They've got the rich married couple, and the husband is cheating. He's got a mistress, and now the wife's old flame has come back, and what's going to happen? They're into that.
Well, good. I'm glad they're into it.
you know
I'm glad they're into it.
um and the rumors have helped. I mean, for them, okay, great. They're wondering.
The rumors about Gatsby, about
Right,
whether
the
or not
rumors about
whether
Gatsby
or
have
not
helped.
he killed a man.
Whether or not he killed a man. And we talked about some of the things that people said, richer than a god. I'm like, well, you saw in the movie he had fireworks at the party, and he does this every freaking weekend.
Right.
So that one ain't so much a rumor. There's proof. He is stupid rich. So I'm pretty, I don't know if it counts as being confident if you're confident in a lack, but I'm not
Yes.
I'm not at all sure about their ability to understand the gulf between old money and new money, because they're not money. And for them,
Right. They're like, what's the difference? I'd
like,
rather have money.
they're all stupid rich. What's the deal?
Right. It's rich people bullshit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There's your explanation. Well, it's just rich people. Rich people who inherited their wealth think they're better than rich people who just got it in their own lifetime. Why? Because it's rich people bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like um
so yeah. And I'm having being a few chapters ahead of them as I am. I'm interested to see how they respond. So
yeah.
the canceling clocks thing.
I'm not sure what you mean by canceling clocks thing, Caitlin.
I think she means, are we going to cancel going back to standard time? I sure as hell hope not.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see why that would make any difference. The government doesn't have to be open for people to do that.
Yeah, no, I want us to be on standard time. I would get rid
well,
of
I know. Yeah, I
savings
mean,
back then.
I agree with you about daylight saving time, but I don't think it would be any different.
Yeah.
2V5AD says this is in reference to my video from today, my diatribe about how I don't like ghost tours. 2V5AD says, when I was a kid, I was terrified of the idea that ghosts might be real, but because I thought that was a nightmarish idea of what the afterlife might be like. Like, wouldn't that be awful to have to just wander around the immediate vicinity of where you died for all time? Well, that is why, my friend, you don't leave any unfinished business, because that's why ghosts haunt places, because they have unfinished business. So you just make sure your fares are all wrapped up, and then you'll go into the light. See? Problem solved. HB Haggett, what do you mean Gatsby was a Skrull? That'll be when Disney really hits the bottom of the barrel and starts trying to pull everything into the MCU. When they've adapted the last Marvel comic and they're like, we need more, more, more. And so, yeah, and then the Great Gatsby becomes part of the MCU and Gatsby becomes a Skrull, which is actually kind of thematically appropriate when you think about it. You know, yeah. Oh, the clock's moving. Yeah, yeah. As far as I know, that's going to be normal.
Speaking of adapting things and a lack of soul, did you hear about the George R.R. Martin lawsuit against OpenAI?
I think so. I know there are a couple of high profile lawsuits against various AI platforms because of, uncompensated and unauthorized use of their work to train the models.
Well, not just that, but in this case, it's slightly different. The court decided that ChatGPT produced a reasonable facsimile of Game of Thrones, is what I've heard. So, I mean, I don't know if it was like the entire work or what, but I think they had the business had requested not denial, but requested for the case to be dismissed, and the court refused to dismiss it. So I think it's just that he's been allowed to go ahead with the lawsuit. So
yeah.
I
mean, it is interesting. I remember a couple years ago there was a similar lawsuit. I'm not sure. I think this one wound up getting dismissed for some reason, but I could be wrong. It could still be ongoing. But one of the pieces of evidence was that you could write a prompt into, I think it might have been ChatGPT, but it was one of the big AI models, that you could write a prompt to create an image, and it would create an image that was like almost exactly an exact duplicate of a frame from a movie. Or like you could take the actual frame from the film and hold it up next to what the AI produced, and it was identical. And that was presented as evidence against what the companies say, which is, well, the model uses all of this existing work, but it synthesizes it and creates original work. And, the argument against that is, yeah, unless you tell it to just reproduce the original thing, and then it'll just do that.
Ugh.
And Azalea says GRMM is suing OpenAI. I fully support anyone going after these AI goons. So do I, and I also fully support him paying attention to that instead of finishing that book. I hope he just throws himself wholeheartedly into the lawsuit and just puts finishing the book completely aside. That's what I hope.
And yes, Mary Poppins is freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
And Julie Andrews is magic.
And yeah, I mean, Caitlin says Mary Poppins has better blue screen work. I mean, because like back then they pretty much had to do everything frame by frame. There was no digital assistance to do that. They had to do everything frame by frame, and there wasn't as much of a time crunch because it's not like there was pressure like you got to get Mary Poppins out. They're desperate to see Mary Poppins. You know what I mean? Like
they could take the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's none of the time crunch that they use. I mean, it's not a valid excuse, but they use it as an excuse, to push digital artists and to force them to work long hours and to take shortcuts and to, get a product out by an arbitrary date.
And so instead, what they would pay their artists crap and say, that's just, that's what you get for working in art. Congratulations. And work long hours. That's just the expectation,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the AI was a thing. And what else? Halloween's coming up. Are y'all
Yes,
going
indeed.
trick-or-treating?
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not going trick-or-treating.
Why not?
I'm a grown-up, Dana. I'm a grown-up.
So what does that have to do with it? No, it's not because you're a grown-up. It's because you don't want to talk to people. That's the
No,
real
that's true
reason.
too.
Let's be honest.
That's true too. And also, you know what? I mean, even when I was a kid, I didn't trick or treat like all that much. I did like Halloween stuff, but I almost never trick or treated.
Wow. Like what
Like
Halloween?
I,
What
I
other
just
Halloween stuff is there?
the local volunteer fire company would have a Halloween party every year. So when I was like a kid, I went to that. Or at school, there was like costume day, and I would do that. But no, I almost never went trick or treating.
Hmm.
Carved, yeah. We always carved a pumpkin at our house when I was growing up. Yeah.
Nice.
255 AD says, I
Wow.
once saw a ghost documentary where they had a skeptic who suggested ghosts don't exist. Instead, he thinks rocks can record 3D images and replay them like natural holograms. And if that's the skeptic that they found for that ghost documentary, I think that tells you everything you need to know about the goals of the people that made it. If you can't just find a skeptic that will just say flat out, no, there's no ghosts. You just have to accept it and grow up. There's no such thing as ghosts. Instead of saying, no, actually, it's not ghosts. What's happening is rocks are natural 3D projectors, which is almost as insane as ghosts. Like,
I think they're about equally insane.
I mean,
or let's say ridiculous, not be ableist.
At least theoretically, the 3D projector rock thing is a naturally occurring thing that exists like in the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such horseshit and it's so obviously false that, I mean, it's really not that, it's not a much better hypothesis than, well, that's the other thing. You don't need to say rocks can project 3D images to explain most ghost stories. Like most ghost stories are pretty easily explained by just like hallucinations or various psychological things or like
various substances.
Yeah,
rocks.
exactly. Substances.
A different kind of rock.
Sometimes rocks.
Kind of rock.
Or like my favorite, and those fucking bullshit ghost hunter shows use this all the time. They talk about the electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field. And if there's like a higher electromagnetic activity in a room, then that's evidence of a ghost. And like every single house has electricity running all through it. Like there's wiring, there's electromagnetic activity everywhere anyway, because of the way the earth works. But I mean, there's electromagnetic activity in houses because they have electricity. And there have been so many cases that have been debunked on these fucking ghost hunter shows where they say like, oh, there's got to be something going on. There's amazing levels of electromagnetic activity. And then like someone will follow up on it with like a more skeptical point of view. And they're like, oh, look, high tension power lines running right outside the house. Gee, I wonder why there might be greater levels of electromagnetic activity. Is it ghosts or is it the fucking power lines running right outside?
No, Azalea Jane, it's the midichlorians.
It's the midichlorians.
Like she said, magic. I mean, I define magic as the combination of ingenuity and hard work and resources. And like those three things in varying combinations, that's what magic is. Because it takes something that seems impossible, and with those qualities, with those items, you can make something happen that would otherwise seem impossible. And that's what magic is.
Absolutely.
Making possible something that seems like it shouldn't be.
So yeah. I was watching an old magic special earlier today before we started. Well, because I had like an hour before the show and I didn't really have anything to do. So I went on YouTube and was just kind of clicking around. and I saw that a few days ago somebody had uploaded a recording of an Orson Welles magic special from the 70s. And I was
Ooh,
like, my eyes popped out of my head. I was like, because that's like, oh man, that's like the perfect thing for me. Like, you want me to
yep.
watch your YouTube video? Is it an Orson Welles magic special from the 70s? I'm watching that motherfucker right now. And it was cool because, like, I mean, Orson Welles wasn't really in it a lot. He was just kind of the host, and then he came back at the end to do a trick. And then the rest of it was just kind of like a 70s TV magic special with different magicians. Um, but it was taped at the Magic Castle, so that was kind of cool. Um, and it was neat, you know. And there was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he did a coin magic routine that's just pure sleight of hand. Like the trick, there's no trick. The trick is that he just practiced a lot and he's really,
Hmm.
really good. Like that's the trick. There's no secret.
That's
It's
my
just
favorite kind. It's my
yeah,
favorite kind when you can watch it
yeah,
and you know exactly where things are going,
yep,
and it still works. The
yeah,
level of skill, I find that so
yeah,
impressive. It's one of the reasons like there are backstage tours at Disney World, and I guess at Disneyland as well. And people will say,
mhm.
"Oh, it ruins the magic." I'm like,
No,
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The magic is inherent in the skill that it takes, the resources that it
yep,
takes, and the ingenuity that it takes to accomplish this. And knowing how it works doesn't make any of that. In fact, sometimes it makes that more
yeah.
impressive because you're just like,
You
wow.
you and I have talked about this a bunch, I know, and I feel exactly the same way. I have been I would guess like a casual fan, you'd have to call, because I never like got really hardcore into magic and like
Yeah.
tried to learn tricks and stuff. But like, you know, the David Copperfield special every year was a highlight of my entire TV watching year when I was a kid, because he always did a new special every year. And like, I loved Penn and Teller, and you know, there were like, oh, I really liked magic. And then someone in the chat mentioned The Masked Magician, and yeah, I watched all of those. I've just rewatched those recently. The Magic's Biggest Secrets finally revealed. Like I've rewatched those a bunch of times. I have never I cannot think of a single magic trick where after I learned how it was done, I liked the trick less. Like I always like the trick more when I
Yeah.
find out how it's done. And the example that I know I've told you is on one of his specials, David Copperfield does a sleight of hand, and it's a really it's you know, once you learn a little bit about magic, you realize it's a fairly common sleight of hand trick. Like a lot
Hmm.
of magicians who are really 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 good sleight of hand artists know how to do this trick, but it's the two rubber bands where you're holding rubber bands between your
Hmm.
fingers on each hand, and you kind of slip one rubber band behind the other so that they're kind of stuck together, and then you magically pass one rubber band through the other. And I know exactly how that trick is done. I can't
Hmm.
do it because I don't have the dexterity, but I know exactly how it's done. I know the exact move that David Copperfield does. And so when I'm watching that special that I have on bootleg DVD that I've watched, I don't even know how many times, and he does that trick, and there's like a close up on his hands, and he's passing the rubber. Like I know exactly what he's doing, but I cannot catch him doing it. And that's like the magic of it. I know, and I even know when it has to happen, because there's a moment when he turns his hands so that his one hand blocks the other hand from the camera,
Uh-huh. And
and
you're
that's
like,
when he
that's
does the
it. That's
move.
where.
Yeah, that's when he does the move, but you can't see him doing it. His technique is so perfect
Because he's just
that
that
you
good.
can't
And
see him doing it.
that's the
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The appreciation of expertise. That
yeah,
is magic. Yeah.
yeah. I think
Well, we're
yeah, but I think Teller from Penn and Teller said sometimes the difference between a magician and a regular person is just the amount of preparation that the magician is willing to do. Like
yep.
that's it. That's it.
Hard work. I'm telling you, hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where it's
Okay.
at.
Yes. Now let's watch our completely our Poirot episode that has nothing to do with magic, but
Is magical in its own way. Good storytelling, I mean, definitely combines ingenuity and hard work and resources. So it's also magic.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Celia Jane.
Teller says it. Yeah, he never talks during the act, but if you get him off stage, he's actually, you know, it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day because when I was growing up, like Teller never spoke in public at all, like ever. And just within the last 20 years or so, like he talks like in documentaries and stuff. Like he still doesn't talk during their act, like ever, unless it's like a joke. Sometimes he'll throw his voice or do like make a sound or something. But he never talks as himself ever on the show. But in like an interview and stuff, he talks. Yeah. But that's, like I said, that's just within the last 20, 25 years or so. Back when I was growing up and Penn and Teller were becoming big stars, like he never talked in any context in public ever. So, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if that student I have is related. Anyway, I have a student who does not talk. So yes, hopefully you have queued up your copy of 13 is Dinner. No, Lord
Edgware
Dies.
Dies.
The other title. Yeah, Lord Edgware Dies.
Yes.
And so, slight change. Ooh. So cue it up at 0003. Right, Steve?
If that's what you want, I really don't think that's necessary.
You really don't think that?
No. I mean, I don't know. Okay, because the version that we downloaded from first of all, if most of the people watching along with us also downloaded it from the Internet Archive, then we're all on the same page anyway.
I know, but fine. All right. Well, I'm muting this thing so what happens is with this episode, all of a sudden we get this version, we get an A&E thingy at the beginning, and it comes in really freaking loud.
That's why that's why you want to skip it.
Because it's so loud and it's so sudden. It's very uncomfortable for me. So I'm just be aware of it.
Just mute it.
The sound gonna be off for like 3 seconds.
Well, for 3 seconds. Fine. That's fine.
Fine.
But yeah, so let's all start it. Let's start at 0.
Steve doesn't want to change things. I'm just saying, do you know who else was unwilling to change, Steve?
Jesus. Oh no, The Great Gatsby.
I was thinking of Gatsby. Let's just start the show.
Okay, let's just start at 0 and let's just go from there.
So start at 0, and then anyway, Steve's gonna count us in. He's gonna say 3, 2, 1, play. We all press play at the same time. Then we watch half of the show, and he's gonna tell us when to stop, and then we'll be done.
That's correct. You got it.
Great. So I'm ready. Are you ready, Steven?
Ooh, using the full name. I am ready. Okay, everybody else, Mr. I Love the Ants, Edge Lord Great Gatsby Dies. I mean, it's true.
That's a great.
It's true.
It really, yeah.
I don't know if I'd call Gatsby an Edge Lord, but yeah. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Yes. I already said that.
Jesus. All right, everybody.
Gatsby.
Here we go.
I haven't even had the alcohol.
All right, yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine? Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, now the A&E logo is gone.
What was that? I had it muted.
And right then is when the when the chat viewer on the stream takes a dump. All right, let me fix that. Kurt Russell.
That's it.
bestial behavior. You are my wife. Goodbye, city life.
Liz Hills, you should get out more. Man, I was waiting for her to be dead with that
Yeah, me
look.
too.
Literally. Yay, Hastings. He looks so indignant.
Hi, everything's fine.
She's blonde.
Just his type. Adorable.
Ha 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 ha.
Poirot's like, I'm not seeing this. I am not looking. Polite applause, the dream of every impressionist.
That seems rather enthusiastic to me. Remember, they're all actors.
I really enjoyed seeing you get humiliated, old boy.
I'm American.
I was just going to say. You're famous even in the United States, where I'm from. Why don't you come over for a drink? Great. If she's so talented, why can't she do a better impersonation of an American?
Because she's also a comedian, and it's friggin' hilarious.
This is my friend, the idiot.
No, don't tell him. Yeah, Zaylee Jane, the only thing they're missing is a big old 10-gallon hat. I want you to kill him for me.
And then I will send you an invoice. Man, she seems quite hot to trot, old fellow. The Mona Lisa. Boy, that my lord shit would get old with me.
Really? Well, yes, but if it's accompanied by them doing whatever you want.
Well, can't they just do whatever I want?
No, if you had the other, if it was both or neither, I'm saying.
I guess I would take the my lord.
I do. Peace off.
Well, let's go, Hastings. He's got to review the Death Star plans or something.
Woo! Not that bright red lipstick and no smudge. Nicely done. Caitlin, exactly. And it goes in with the story of, when 13 people sit down to dinner, the first one to get up is going to die. Will be the first to die. So it's nice. Hastings is like, man, can we trade?
I'm
My
just
wife's
thinking,
not here yet.
I love that Hastings came all the way back from Argentina just to stand there and watch Poirot get off with chicks.
Hey, he's married, okay? Azalea Jane, no. Let's just say no. No.
No. Ooh, touche. Well, I never.
Dun, dun, dun. Significant glances all around.
Well, what's she gonna say? What's her maid gonna say? You look like shit. My fortunes can't possibly change. Certainly not soon. This is from Julia Child's cookbook. Lord Dye edges. That's good, David. That would be a very different episode, I think, wouldn't it? He's a happy sort of fellow, isn't he? Boy, he's just throwing out motives, isn't he?
like, yeah, sure. He chokes on the wine. He's like, will you shut the up?
I always like when there's a Scottish guy in there, you know? Who dis?
Not just the black dress, the hat. Well, I mean, it is his line of work, let's be honest. Good pizza? Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. He likes brunettes. Nope, we just happened by. David, I don't know. The knife through the neck seems pretty definitive. Well, I never liked Geraldine. Oh, I love that dress though. It's wonderful color. Oh, nice plummy color. HB Haga, I think she can buy another one.
Caitlin, the edgy teenager of rich people from the 30s, going out to the opera with the nouveau riche.
No, she with her cousin.
He was conspicuously Scottish.
I've been through there, Debbie. A little bit, Debbie. Yeah.
This guy is like the scariest motherfucker that's ever been on this show. Nobody believes that. He's like if Lurch got rich. His face is like just skin stretched over a skull.
Beware, Monsieur Bob.
Gotta go. Elle Fanning just walked in.
Mr. I love the ants, yes.
Cousins be fucking. What's wrong with that? Back in the day, cousins were fucking all the time.
And
Wah, wah, wah.
you're not nearly as pretty. Azalea Jane, which actress? The one playing Geraldine? I forgot about this bit. Oh boy. Remember, y'all, this is the 30s, not the 90s. Ah. He is full of lemerde. Mon Dieu. Yay! Too late, Poirot. Too late. No, it's Hastings. Of course he ain't gonna see.
I must have an autograph immediately.
Ah.
Are you decent?
Are you living?
Hastings, knock it down. Nice. Well, she could just be a deep sleeper.
Who sleeps in her makeup, her thick stage makeup.
She'll never fake another American accent.
It
Caitlin, it makes it so convenient, doesn't it?
really
That's the
does. I
time.
mean, if they're
That's the
already
time to
asleep,
be murdering people.
you
Yeah.
just kind of extend the sleep.
Azalea. Oh, shucks, y'all. I'm dead. Stunning. Oh, she wears lifts. Just like Tom Cruise. Some damn good heroin. No, Azalea, if it was fentanyl, they'd all be dead. The tiniest amount of it is lethal to the entire room. Everybody knows that.
They put it in the water through microwaves.
Oh, Inspector Gadget's niece. That would help.
All will be arranged. Okay. That's not reassuring at all, let's say.
At first I thought that sign said elusive ladies millinery. And I was like, how can it be that elusive? There's a whole store full of it, but it's exclusive.
Hi, Snakebit Cat. And I hope there are 5 curtain calls.
No bother.
Is that how it is, Caitlin? Or is it I live at the Elephant and Castle?
Bum, bum, bum. All right, we'll stop right there.
Okay.
5205. We'll stop right there. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Terrific fun. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. There are a few things that, yeah, there are a few things I'm squidgy on, but I don't want
Like
to say
what?
them now.
Okay, because it would give something away.
Maybe. It's hard. I mean, there's some things that you can do like in a book that you kind of it's hard to do on screen. One that we often talk about in our family is songs that are supposed to be so catchy and so just moving and da da da, and then you watch the movie version of it, it's like, oh, willing suspension of disbelief. We're gonna just have to hand wave that.
Yeah.
Although we did say one that did it well, that pulled it off, was K-pop Demon Hunters. Helped that there wasn't a book about it, but it's about these songs that have the power to move the human spirit, and then they kind of do. They're pretty catchy.
well, that
So
helps. That helps.
But Jane is supposed to be like first of all, her Lady Macbeth was like, okay. But she's supposed to be incredibly charismatic, like just basically like Daisy. and she's likable enough. She seems sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they pulled that off. So tis what tis. Well, there you go, Caitlin. I think that would be kind of cool if I could manage that. All right.
If you could live at the Elephant and Castle.
So folks, alas, I am tapping out early tonight. Just gets me as me. Yeah, running.
No
out.
word, no, not Wordle tonight.
No, not Wordle tonight. However,
Dana's fault.
There is charitylinks.page down in the description, as well as some other organizations that we encourage you to support and learn more about in those links. Charitylinks.page is a link to a list of friends and associates of ours who could use some financial support. So if you have the wherewithal to do so, helping people is good. And speaking of helping people, this guy here, this is his channel, and you have the opportunity to help him in his work. So down here, there's a little button that says join. You can support his channel that way, or you can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives and support him that way as well, or both if you want to, because like next week we got another ask away, and that way you get your 1,000 characters. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, just pay me twice. If you miss the 1,000 character limit, that's fine. Just pay me twice, baby. You get 1,000
apparently characters. Just take all the vowels out.
Yes.
That was quite clever.
Yeah, it was.
And then also don't forget, next week, come back, same time, and find out who done it.
Find out why Lord Edgware dies.
I mean, kind of because he's an ass.
Well, I mean, he got stabbed in the neck, but I mean, like, who did it and for what reason? More specific than because he's an ass. I mean, he obviously had it coming. He was like the biggest asshole he was one of the biggest assholes, like, of all the victims that have been on this show. Yep. It's like, boy, you are just begging for it, aren't you? Do you know what show you're on, dude? You're going to get killed so hard.
He's like, I'm fine. I've never met Jessica Fletcher.
She's going to laugh so hard at the end of this episode.
I love she's surrounded by, but that's the sort of attitude that everybody should have. Surrounded by death, and yet always ends on a laugh.
We talked about that. I'll just say this real quick and then we'll wrap up. We talked about that earlier today, and the first thing that came to mind was I really enjoy the show Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. And their 5th season just ended. Their last episode came out, I think either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And like, so the premise is they investigate murders, but it's only murders that happen in their building. Right. And it's one case per season. So it's like one murder per season. So now there've been 5 murder cases that they've investigated. And I see people online,
just saying.
I see people online saying, well, how many, it's getting a little ridiculous the longer the show goes on. Like, how many people are supposed to get murdered in this building? And I was like, have you ever heard of Murder, She Wrote? Where this one author is like running into murders every week in her hometown and wherever else she goes. So I think we're okay on the plausibility scale as far as mystery shows.
I'm now that she has an apartment in New York, I don't know. And
you're at that point.
I'm not willing to do the work of going to see how many murders have happened in her building. I mean, because it's one building.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people, though,
It depends on how big the building is, I guess. All right.
I guess so.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I had fun. I am holding back the squeaks. Barely.
All right. We'll see you next week for part two of Lord Edgware Dies. Good night, everybody. All.